Amavo, go keke from an ajibebia. Go keke ye tutu onsa. Baby obekobia. Amanone, I crassi, a crum, bebia. Go keke yen sibia unim. Atadri jinem, a keke dro jinem, and sibia why goon minimum when you say yes.
Nomini Yansem, one Toma Nipa, on dim Fiedun Watche, and Sessa Pen for Numbi, or Pedudue Tunsua Minia, with my one wall, Nungua, opposite Western Plus Hotel, Anna, Accra, Abattoir, Community 18, Lashibi, with my friend Ahuma Trophy so 030-294-0292, 0302-940293. FDA Aji Ijadian Kratui Atsumo
Weezy Young Quay, Ubetiko, Weezy Young Quay, Ubetiko.
Siroma Chase Rental Services and Decor, we are creative and productive in all our services. Siroma Chase Rental Services and Decor offers a full line of rentals of the following: lights, canopies, marquees, chairs, tables, mobile toilets, and student mattresses. We also offer excellent decorative services for weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, festivals, and such all other events. Siroma Group also has such subsidiaries as Pinnacle Siroma Football Club, Siroma Sports Consult, and Siroma Music. Siroma Chase is located on the Usu Okodan Street next to Kalamazoo. Call us on 0548 375652 or 0262 510066 or 0244 764268. The Siroma Group is solely owned by the Stewfather or Center of Usu and a philanthropist, Nina Kuteno III. The Roma Group, the relentless pursuit of excellence.
after reaching the river Niger, he has a power to part water into two and rivers into two. By so he was able to part and were able to trek on to our present day Ghana. So by good moment, even though our Gamashi people left earlier, we were the first to touch base in present day Ghana. For that reason, we have the sole right in starting the festivals for the Gadangwe people. We are the first to start. And today happens to be the re-enactment of the migration process from Benin City in Nigeria to our present day. We are going to see after we finish this particular event, you will witness the process to which we left all is put in the rights of the dominators. You will also witness the two gorgons that were used to leave Benin City, the rod or the staff that Nungua Obeneshimo has been using to part waters. We have that rod in place. It is part of the Benin process. And because it is our strength, it is not showcased most often. If you are privileged, you have the right to see it. That is if you are very observant. So we'll be having that particular right today.
Lawe is the name of a twin. So when they are told that Togba Charlie Agbango is a twin, we will not have any problem. If I should raise my cloth, you will see that the image of Nungua Obeneshimo holding the unthrown spear. That spear, he never throws it. But when he opens the hand, the spear will go on the assignment and come back to him. That is the mystical prowess of Togba Charlie. Now when Pharaoh Ramses II came across the name Charlie, he said the name simply means the past is not gone, neither is it dead. So you will go to North Carolina among the Cherokees, you will see that they celebrate Charlie festivals. The unfortunate thing is that some of us in this part of the world think that we have become more Christianized than the Christians. So what must be done to remember the history of the ancient of days is not done. The migration story, Togba Charlie will walk, and we all know, and for the information of those who don't know, Togba Charlie uses the crocodile as his means of transport. And you will know that the crocodile lives for 66 years, lays 66 eggs, and manifests in 66 forms. When you call Togba Charlie now, he didn't die. He walked on the crocodile and entered into the sea. So those of the brothers from Nungua who came to witness the Black Bull Festival we celebrated last year, October, for the Baobab says that, yes, it is the beginning of life and it never dies. If you want to trace the end of the root of the Baobab, then you got to go into the sea, because that is where he lives with his brother Nungua Obeneshimo. They all live in the sea. You go to Adan and you will have Charlie Copper. You go to Parliament, you will have Togba Charlie X. You go all over the place. That name, which never dies, is with us. So if we are here, we are not here as strangers, but we are here as brethren, coming to join our brothers and sisters to commemorate the migration.
Greetings to the overlord of the Katangbe, Babu Ulomo, Bukudelawe, the 33rd, from the overlord of the Se that is shy. When the boss the 8th, when he said, when we say boss is a meaning on its own, the creator of se is Ukrebose. The British corrupted it to be Amponsa. I don't have Amponsa in our literal names. This has it that we interleague Benin and the spiritual powers of Nungua Obeneshimo, who being in tandem with the spiritual self-mature established Gadangwe. Just on the 2nd and 3rd days of June 2022, our brothers from the spiritual home of Nungua accompanied us on the spiritual voyage to the Yonwayo, about 255 meters on top of the hill. Stayed there overnight to observe our yearly visit to our ancestral home, where we lived after the Akwamu War of 1726. In the year 1892, precisely 1st August, the British forced us to descend the hill with the lame excuse that we were sacrificing humans for rituals, which was false. The British, in the quest to force on us the indirectly depose the overlord of the tribe, Benin City, and supplanted him with our subjects on the 25th day of January 1883. In Dangwe, prior to the advent of the colonial rule, the chief priest is the king, which was well acknowledged by historians like Karl Randolph, W. Ward, and Bosman, etc. And other research historians, there must be deity if his wife Nadu, Kotokuro, Kokodato, Agbaso, and Chawe were the spiritual backbone of the Dangwis. And apart from Matwin, all the other deities go across the whole Dangwe land, like Osudo, Kuningo, Ubra, etc. Our stool was seized on the 6th day of January 1896, and has never been returned. If one may ask here, if the priests and the spiritual, traditional, and cosmic lawmakers up to today, if we are up to date, then who is qualified to be leaders of our stools? If I make the laws that the land obeys, like Babu Uramo is doing now, what is the function of the leader, chief, or king, who have been superimposed on us by the British? This is what, like the Tokwe said, have initiated our customs. Now they brought us Bible, meanwhile they don't believe in Bible themselves, because the homosexuals and others weren't there. They brought it and they're bringing it back. For me, I could see that before I ascended to my throne 20 years ago, almost everything about Seth was dead. Through the visitations to the National Archives, I was able to gather some facts, emboldening me to resuscitate some of the dead activities. And that's why we made efforts to contact our brothers here to see to it that we reignite our traditional beliefs. I think and hope that if with this complete recognition of our history through the development of Nungua, I call it Nungua first, then the Dangwe state second, all the lost relics will be found. And if through this coordination between the Benin City, the Charlie Great Ancestry, the Lanimo and Soja Ancestry, and then Babu Romo, who controls spiritually at least the eastern part of Ghana and beyond, the spiritual connotation of Christian, which is alien to us and is destroy our society, will give way to realists, where the spiritual and traditional customs of the Katangwe people and all others, other likes, who cherish our past, Ghana and Africa, will find its better way in life and go back to enjoy what we used to enjoy before the advent of Colonial rule. Thank you.
I'm thankful to God and our ancestors for bringing us once again to the land of our forefathers, in whose interior ideas we strive. This visit is quite a very emotional one for me, for I have a million reasons to have cancelled this visitation because of the unfortunate loss of my dear father, who happens to be a man whose path and legacies I've always been proud to be part of. And everything that I am today was a result of his guidance. My calling by ancestors to lead the brightest minds of our people in order to unite all great Benin descendants is too overwhelming in the face of sadness and grief. We bring you blessings and prayers from the ancient city of Great Benin, whose king, the Oba, is truly a king, and his blessings abide with us, his children. His overlord spiritual, exactly a year ago we were here in your presence, and you guided us according to the dictates of our ancestors, and you particularly prayed for me, and I can testify to the efficacies of your prayers. And today we are here once again to reiterate our mandate of the enormous benefit of our people if we found ways to unite our people. His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Kwakwolopolo Obaiwari II Ogidiga, the Oba of Great Benin Kingdom, unlike our previous visitations, is aware of my group visitation to his overlord spiritual and his traditional cabinet members for this year Obeneshimo festival. And he deeply appreciates your people for keeping this vital aspect of our history and ancestry. And by the benevolence of our ancestors and grace of God, we are hoping for an invitation from His Majesty to your people in later part of this year, most likely during our annual Igwe festival slated for December, in order for his overlord spiritual to also witness the hospitality, spirituality, and cultural dexterity of his ancestral home, where Bokate Lawe was born. The world currently is at standstill for the uprising of the outcry of the return of our stolen artifacts by the criminal British looters, who meant a kingdom that had a civilization that rivaled even the most civilized European nations. Our people was a sovereign nation whose administrative, political, and traditional affairs were solely in the hands of the Oba of Benin and his nobles we refer to as a Haime. They were trusted with the leadership of the land, and through them, a nation that became the envy of the visiting European heavyweight was acknowledged. Many years after the defeat of the Benin people, the British did ensure that the remnants of our people are completely obliterated, hence created policies that ensured that some mushroom tribes, who ordinarily were no match for us proud before the British, now see themselves as our overlord. Some even allegedly wrote that the Benin people or their king came from their tribe. It is painful enough that we are where we are today, but will no longer grieve, but rather find ways to get across to all our people and find common ground to unite for a positive cause. The priceless Benin artifact worth over $47 billion, and the restitution is projected at about £250 million, which is enough to establish the economic future for Benin and all its descendants. I'm happy to announce that the German government has concluded plans in returning 1,130 Benin artifacts before the end of this year to the Palace of the Oba of Benin, who is the rightful owner and the sole custodian of these priceless works, created by the brilliant Iguneano, which are the gates of bronze and brass casters. We have so much to benefit as a people if we look into what connects us than what disunites us. I once again want to thank His Overlord Spiritual for the hospitality thus far, for making us feel at home, because truly we are home with our people. We look forward to having your people find time somewhat later this year for an homecoming visit, as in true anticipation, we hope that His Majesty, the Oba of Benin, send an invitation to you and your traditional cabinet. I also appreciate my brothers who accompanied me from Benin Kingdom to Accra and will come in great numbers for 2023 Obeneshimo Festival.
Amavo, go keke from an ajibebia. Go keke ye tutu onsa. Baby obekobia. Amanone, I crassy, a crum, bebia. Go keke yen sibia unim. Atadri jinem, a keke dro jinem, and sibia why goon minimum when you say yes.
Nomini nyansem wantoma nipa ondi mfiedu woche ensesa penfo numbi o pedudu etunso a minia obitima hwehwe won wo Nungua opposite Western Plus Hotel ana Accra Abattoir Community 18 Lashibi obitima frɛ won wo ahomatrofo iso 0302940292 0302940293 FDA aji ijadi nkratoi atumo
Weezy young quay, Ubetiko, Weezy young quay, Ubetiko.
Siroma Chase Rental Services and Decor, we are creative and productive in all our services. Siroma Chase Rental Services and Decor offers a full line of rentals of the following: lights, canopies, marquees, chairs, tables, mobile toilets, and student mattresses. We also offer excellent decorative services for weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, festivals, and such all other events. Siroma Group also has such subsidiaries as Pinnacle Siroma Football Club, Siroma Sports Consult, and Siroma Music. Siroma Chase is located on the Usu Okodan Street next to Kalamazoo. Call us on 0548 375652 or 0262 510066 or 0244 764268. The Siroma Group is solely owned by the Stewfather or Center of Usu and a philanthropist, Nina Kuteno III. The Roma Group, the relentless pursuit of excellence.
Yedabra for me, yes, me, when I never want to.